This video is about how you can reset your whole life direction in just one day. My name is Laurie, and I serve high functioning eldest daughters and sensitive leaders who are successful on the outside, but exhausted on the inside. Life direction can be compared to like a ship, right? The older you are, the bigger the ship is and harder it is to turn. But we do have the spring equinox upon us. And what is great about harnessing the seasons for your development is that nature is already on her own path. So why not just get on and surf with her? I'm going to take you back to 2024. That was an especially interesting year for me because that's when I restarted hike to yoga again. And one of my nonprofit organizer friends had told me about this retreat up north in the Bolinas. As I was restarting hike to yoga, I realized that I needed more community and I knew I didn't want to do it alone. And I had all these thoughts about how I wanted to do things differently. I'll tell you why retreats work. One, they take you out of your usual, your daily routines and the people you see in your home. They take you out from what is normal and mundane. So it was really nice to be able to go up north in the Bolinas, which is like super nature and just wild. And we were right next to a cliff, so it was beautiful to see the water and hear it. I hadn't taken a retreat in forever, so being able to just disconnect from everything was really amazing for me. Another thing that was really amazing is that I was able to connect with the people who were there. There were a lot of other like community organizers, nonprofit leaders, just so many different people that are exactly like me. It was a very diverse group and it just felt like amazing community to share meals together, to have our breakout sessions together. I even hosted hike to yoga out there and we did yoga along the trail. And I remember one participant telling me like that was the most mountain she's ever felt in Tadasana in her life. And it was just such an amazing feeling to be at that retreat. And I share this story with you because if you have never been on a retreat, or at least one where you felt like you're able to really unplug and be with the people that are similar to you, then I have to tell you, this is how you can reset your entire life in just one day. So let's talk about the nervous system when we talk about changing our life direction, because I feel like that has everything to do with life direction. So let's talk about two modes, right? One, nervous system that's not regulated and it's just feeling scarcity all the time. If you watched our last or listened to our last episode about feeling abundance, like time feels scarce. So they are scrambling all the time and they have no mental clarity. Health doesn't feel good because they don't dedicate resources to exercise or eating well. This sounds like a person that is just not utilizing their resources to the most optimal, efficient way. So that is a nervous system that is not regulated and working in scarcity mode, right? They are not really clear in what they're doing. It's just survival mode. So I want to make this distinction because I think sometimes we can be in this mode and it's like, okay, go time and we have some projects we have to finish and that's okay. But constantly being in it and having that be that life direction that you didn't pick, that's not why we're here. You're listening to this because you're ready to change your life direction. So now let's talk about if you were on a nervous system that was regulated and living in abundance mode. So that means you would have the mental clarity because you're not scrambling and you're actually dedicating time into trying to figure out what you need to do with your time to produce, quality relationships, have great health that makes you feel good and energetic every day, that actually becomes amazing figures in your bank account. Like all of that is related to a nervous system that is functioning optimally. So sometimes we can get so stuck in nervous system that is dysregulated and we forget, right? So sometimes it just takes one day or one retreat or both to just be like, oh, yeah, I forgot that I can, practice some breath work, or that, oh, I can be in the company of people who are like me and are willing to uplift me as much as I want to uplift them. Sometimes these are just reminders that, oh, like this other side of me exists and I can choose it if I want to. And that is really the point of resetting your life direction, right? It's actually being conscious that you've been choosing to be dysregulated and making changes so that you become less and less dysregulated and more regulated, because it's not a switch, right? We don't just go from dysregulated to regulated. It actually takes a lot of practice. Say you're like, I know I want to do yoga more. You sign up for a yoga studio monthly subscription package, so you're supposed to go every week or something. Well, a lot of people tend to just not go. A lot of people will just feel bad that they have this yoga studio membership. And the issue is that there's no accountability. That's also part of why we do this day retreat. Like, it's one day where you'll feel the community of like-minded women around you, and you'll get so full and nourished from this day that it can actually power you for the rest of the season. I mean, I know it will power me, but I always do retreats and I host them so I can be a part of them as part of Hike to Yoga. So it's really about just allowing yourself to be. And I would even say, like, if you're planning on coming, like, don't plan anything else for the rest of the day. Like, it's a day for you to not just experience this beautiful retreat, but to digest it. So I want you to ponder that for a moment. The most important part of this day retreat is actually being present for it and also allowing yourself to let the benefits sink in. I created the Root to Rise framework because I needed a method to explain what needs to happen for us to really rise, not just as individuals, but as a human species. And we talked about root, feeling abundant is really about acknowledging that what you have and who you are is enough. But here in this changing of life direction and resetting yourself in one day, it's about reclaiming. So that is step 2 of the Root to Rise framework. And what we're talking about here is actually taking the financial resources that you have, being able to invest not just now this money, but now the time and the energy to give yourself one day. And you might be like, wow, but that is expensive. And I'm like, you know what? What else are you going to invest in? Because you could use that money to buy some clothes or to buy yourself an expensive meal. I don't really know what you choose to purchase. But this is exactly what this day is asking of you. Are you enough to be invested in? And some people will get it wrong where they will pay the money and not fully show up and not digest it. And that's practice. But really this is asking you, what am I able to hold today? What is my nervous system able to hold if I really want to get my life direction reset? Am I ready to reclaim it? Because I would say once you Venmo me and you fill out the Google form with your dietary needs, you're set. You've made the financial obligation. And in the next coming days, I'll share with you, how to prep yourself for it. This is on you to actually put yourself as a priority. And this goes hand in hand with the last episode that I'm going to link in the show notes. So if you haven't listened to it, you should. But now it's about, am I willing to invest in myself? It means saying no to what other commitments and new urgent things that come up. They're going to test you. Self-care is a muscle, right? Sometimes we can be like, okay, I'm going to do these reps because my trainer told me. But the more you do it, the more you're going to be like, hey, I enjoy this. Oh, hey, like I actually see the benefits of consistency. And just like exercise, self-care is really about you practicing it so much and feeling like you deserve it and you want to do it that it becomes effortless. Like that's what I can tell you from my 11 years of practicing and teaching, that the more you practice it, the more it feels like air. So, if this episode spoke to you and you're ready for your life direction to reset and you want to feel abundant and you want to root in that as well as reclaim what is yours, because a regulated nervous system is, I would say, it's your godforsaken right. I mean, why would anybody want to live with a unregulated nervous system that lives in survival mode? Like, it doesn't serve anybody, right? Like, what I love to say is that your self-care is world peace. Like, if everybody prioritize their nervous system, we would have everybody walking around here like healed and, hurt people. So I just want to say that it is in everyone's best interest. So if you're taking care of yourself, you're actually also taking care of your community. So DM me on Instagram or email me as part of my contact form on my website. I am so excited to dive deeper into the Spring into Abundance Day Retreat, and I can't wait to see you on March 22nd.